winners win and losers lose. I get asked this question all the time. I want to share it with today. Winners are people that everything that they do, all the habits that they instill, are the habits of a winner. A winner isn't a final product. A winner is a lifestyle. A winner is a concurrent set of actions that lead you to a final destination. Same way is for losers. Usually losers inhibit behaviors of losing people, who they hang out with, what they eat, what they listen to, what they consume on a regular basis, how they think about themselves, how they view the world. They view everything through the lens of a loser. That's why they are where they are today. So when people come to me and they're like, Luke, why is my life shit? All I have to do is look at your action. How are you operating, dude? Most of you guys are operating at a 2 out of 10, and you're expecting a 10 out of 10 life. It's impossible. You want uphill results with downhill habits. It's not gonna fucking work, dude. You gotta level up. And that means understanding that if you follow a list of successful ingredients, you're gonna achieve success. If you're not motivated, it's for a few reasons. Either you don't like what you're doing, either you don't understand the mission as to why you're doing something. If your family's
Woo! Rise and shine, dreamers. Good morning. Good morning. Another blessed and grateful day, ready to go ahead and dive into it full steam with a head of speed. So let's go ahead and get into it. Today's topic is going to be 4 potential reasons why it is that we could all maybe be held back in this season. So I want to go ahead and get everybody prepared. So everybody has our tools, we have our weapons, and we are ready to go into this season. Everything prepared. So here we go. Let me know, what is everyone grateful for today? And let's go ahead and get started. Been on the road and we are finally back in the office, back in action, ready to go. So let me get live on IG. And what is everyone grateful for coming into today? Let me know. Let's get this chat rocking and rolling. Can hold us back. During this season, this is an abundant season, but I can tell you right now, it's very easy to get distracted. It's very easy to go ahead and let off of the focus. So I want to make sure that everybody's locked in and we are all getting prepared into this last couple of days, ending up 2024. So grateful to be alive, fam. Grateful for God. Grateful for the access. So thankful to be alive, to breathe, to grow, to be able to continue to sharpen the sword every day. And here's my word for the month. If you've been wondering, my word is focus, right? There's never been a better time to really lock in, get focused, get dialed in, and set ourselves up, because what we do today is leading into our future tomorrow self. So focus, follow one course until successful. You know, an acronym I never forgot, but the one that still sticks with me until this day. So here we go. Let's dive in. First possibility that could be really holding anybody back, and this is really with any industry. This can be with construction. This can be with being a student. This can be with a typical 9-to-5. This can be with somebody's business. 4 keys that can easily, I'm telling you, get anybody stuck. And here is number 1, okay? Number 1 is going to be understanding that for all of us during a season, we might not know what we want. You know, and that's easy to be able to happen. Life gets in the way, right? We all get tested. We all have things that happen. So it's easy to go ahead and not know exactly what we want. And this is the first exercise that really allowed me to start creating a life of my dreams. And we already talked about it a little bit. It's the congratulations letter. Something that my mentor taught me years ago, but it's very simple. It's being able to literally write out an entire congratulations letter to ourselves as if it's already happened for the whole new year. And it really makes you think. This is why it's called deep work and not just shallow work, because it's easy to go ahead and throw out a couple goals, but it's a whole different story to really envision it in detail with all of the achievements as if they've already happened. So that's number 1, is really getting clear on what it is that we want. If you want an exercise to go ahead and try that for yourself, here it is. Write a congratulations letter to yourself. Start it this year, but write it as if you're going to read it December 31st, 2025, reading it with everything already accomplished. And you'll start to see the depth of vision gets clearer when we take some time and start thinking about, what do we desire? What do we want to achieve? What impacts? What legacy? Where do we want to travel? What do we want to do with our family? All this starts to happen with questions, okay? So that's number 1, not knowing potentially what it is that we want. Number 2 is going to be changing our mind too quickly. Changing our mind too quickly. You know, it's very easy to do. It's easy to go ahead and get shiny ball syndrome and maybe see something else on the other side, and we go try that for a couple weeks, and then we go try something else, and then we see somebody else, and then we go try something else. That's shiny ball syndrome, right? We've all been there. But at the end of the day, when you really start getting focused and you really start understanding that there's a system to things, and there's a reason why maybe some seem like they're compressing time frames, and maybe why it seems like for some you feel like it could be stuck. It seems like there's somewhere in along the line there's a blockage. And one of the biggest things that I've noticed for me and most people is we end up spending too much time being distracted with either social media. It could be hanging out with the wrong influence of people. It could be maybe going out on the weekends. Everybody's vices are different. I don't know what yours are individually, but we all have them ourselves. And even for me, it's easy to get caught scrolling for a couple minutes. So I know even for me, I have to be very intentional with my time. So that's number 2. Number 3, the third key to really breaking out of any possibility of us not reaching what it is that we want to go is going to be really simple. Napoleon Hill talks about this pretty often. He talks about, number 1, not knowing what we want. Number 2, changing our mind too quickly. Number 3, we're spending too much time distracted. And number 4, he says we're not able to go ahead and manage our emotions. Number 4 is key. This one is actually really, really important because it's just like golf. Drop a 3 down below if you guys have ever played golf. Any golfers in the building? Let me know. Dean, speak of the man talking about golf. Me and Dean used to play golf for days all around. So in golf, you know that if you have a bad shot and you let's say you hit it in the water off the tee, you slice it, it goes way across the course and it splashes in the water. Well, guess what? Now we're hitting 3. So if we're emotional going up to that next shot and we let that last shot bother us into the next one, well, we might go and hit three other crappy shots right after that one because we couldn't get our emotions in check. And we let one failure lead into the next opportunity and bleed into the next couple opportunities. But in golf, you realize that even if you have a bad shot, even if something doesn't work out your way, it's important to keep that emotion in check because the last shot does not determine the next one. Because that next shot, you can hit it right on the green. You can go ahead and putt it right in and get it up and down. So it's important to realize that it doesn't matter what part of business, what part of life, controlling our emotions is everything. This is why a lot of them talk about we can either react or we can either respond. Reacting is the initial reaction. Responding is sitting there and thinking for a second and then making an educated decision. So the next time somebody cuts you off, the next time somebody doesn't see the vision in your business, the next time your family tells you this is never going to work, remember this one. Connected to everything, attached to nothing. I can't tell you guys how many times that I've heard people tell me I'm not going to make it on my journey. What I'm doing is a waste of time. And if I let that emotion trigger me, it would have been easy to quit a long time ago. But let me give you one last piece of advice. Emotions can either light up your fire or they can either dampen our fire. Because emotions is a very real thing. I'm not telling you guys to don't use your emotions. Emotions, in fact, are actually a superpower. You see, whenever someone didn't believe in my business, you know what that did to me? I say, you know what? I'm going to stay up a little bit later. I'm going to wake up a little bit earlier. I'm going to keep studying. I'm going to keep going to events and growing. That lit my fire, which allowed me to do maybe what most weren't willing to do today, to live a life like most can't tomorrow, because it took certain things happening. It took people not believing in me. It took myself having to go through failures and learning, messing up on videos. All of these things allowed myself to really step into the higher version. And the same thing goes with all of us. We all get to grow through these 4 pillars: staying focused, not changing our mind too frequently, having tunnel vision through all of the obstacles that's going to come up during this season, and being able to get around a like-minded community. Those that are focused, those that are like-minded, those that are all pushing collectively together. And this is why they say rising tides raises all ships. So I hope you guys got a little bit of value on the 4 possibilities that could potentially stop any one of us, but not us on the dream team. We have a system, we have a community, we have the mentorship, we have everything we need to stay locked in with a bulletproof vest so we can all continue to achieve our dreams. So I love you, fam. If you got any value for today, go ahead and drop some 3s down for yourself. Smash that like button, and let's go out and create the life that we deserve. Create a life by design. That's how it's designed to be. We're not all just supposed to go clock into a job, pay bills, and call it life. To me, that's not living. That's really not living. We're human beings, but many aren't being, they're just living. I want to go out and achieve a life that we're all proud of, that we can all be fulfilled of. And it starts with believing that it can be done and knowing that collectively teamwork makes a dream work, and we are just getting started. I love you, fam. Remember, we can be, do, and have anything. We can hold it in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. Let's go out and turn these dreams into reality. It's game time. Let's go.